Hello guys and welcome back again by today's new crypto daily update video. And in today's video we're gonna dive into all these charts because things are looking very good here and major trade setups are forming right now. And what can we expect from Bitcoin's next move after this massive pump towards the upside? So let's watch at the charts to see what we can expect next and how we can anticipate on it. First of all, we had a resistance line here on the top, and every time we tapped that resistance line, we saw that move towards the downside, and that's exactly what we saw here, and we saw a move towards the downside. And currently we are testing that level here, and we saw a small rejection from it right now. And we have two scenarios here, of course. The first scenario is we tap it, and especially as we see in the past here, we see the move towards the downside happening. And that's exactly what can happen here also. And the second thing what can happen is we break this resistance line towards the upside, retest it, and that's exactly where you could open a very big long position on Bitcoin. But one really important thing to point out, and I'm going to the 1 hour time frame here, is that we come towards this resistance with very low volume, and we see some very choppy price action towards the resistance line. What could this indicate? That the momentum is getting out of the market right now, and that will mean that it's easier for the bears to push prices even lower here, and especially against very strong resistance here. So you really want to keep your eye on what will happen here. Of course, it was night here, so the volume and the momentum was also lower, but I really want to see right now if price is strong enough and momentum is building to break this towards the upside. I will be opening a very big long position here, and if we see some momentum fading away here against a very important resistance line in the past, I will be looking for a small short position towards the downside, and I really think that it is a very small short here, but we need to hedge our portfolios here. So that's the first chart here. Then something which is pretty important. I've been talking about the structure chart very much lately, and what we can see is that we made a higher high, a higher low, a lower high, a lower low. What you usually expect here is a lower high. So that means that you create a high that is lower than the previous one, and that will indicate for a move further down. So what the textbook says is you make a lower high and then make a lower low again. But if we gain the previous lower high here, and that's exactly where I draw on the line, if we break that towards the upside, we went from a lower low towards a higher high. And that's exactly what we have been seeing here, this scenario. And it looks quite similar here. We saw a lower high, that's this lower high. We saw a massive move towards the downside, create a lower low once again. Then we had a V-shaped recovery towards a higher high to gain this lower high again. And what we are seeing right now is a V-shaped recovery towards the lower high to gain the lower high again and create a higher high. So that's exactly what you want to be seeing right now. You want to gain this lower high level, and if we do so, we're in an uptrend once again. But please keep in mind that this is also a very possible scenario to create a lower high here and move further towards the downside. Then we talked about this support line, but this is a very, very important support line here. Because if we will break this support line towards the downside, we will have some more pain in the markets. So please keep an eye on this zone as well. If we create that higher low of lower high here, we move towards the downside, you really want to look for this support to get hold. If we break that towards the downside, we will see some more pain towards the 94, 95K here. So this is a very important support line you really want to hold. And like I've said, the many more times you touch it, the more likely it is to break through it. And we tapped it 3 times right now, so I really want to see Bitcoin pushing towards the upside and create that higher high and not coming back towards this support again, because I really think that we will get some more pain if we test it, because it's not gonna last forever here. Then if we look at the liquidity on Bitcoin, we've talked about this yesterday as well. We were stacking up some short side liquidity above us, and we are slowly, really slowly take all those people out. But for me, that is most of the time a signal that we are pushing the liquidity out, and then it's a very big possibility to get that move towards the downside here, because there are no shorts. But for now, it's really important to see how much momentum is getting into the market to see what we can do next here, because if momentum is still that low, I don't want to be in any positions here because it's really sketchy. Then if you look at the total market cap, we have also a very big resistance over there, and we tapped it 4 times here. And from of that, we saw that real move towards the downside here. But we are also creating a support on the lower side. So what does this look like? It looks like a megaphone pattern. So we create lower lows and something like a bull flag here. So how can we anticipate on this? We want to see a price pump towards resistance here, exactly like we did here. So we want a move towards the upside. Around resistance, we want to see that breakout towards the upside to anticipate on it. And of course, we want to hold the support on the lower side here, because if we break that towards the downside, more pain is inventable here. So please make sure to keep an eye on the total market cap as well, because this is a really good indicator for the whole crypto market, and especially for alt season and Bitcoin here. Talking about alt season, if you look at the Bitcoin dominance, we saw a massive increasement in price here. If you look, this is a massive increasement. And on this point, we thought it was maybe over for the Bitcoin dominance and we could dump towards the downside, but Bitcoin dominance is still pushing towards the upside, and we have a small resistance from of this zone right over here. We have a zone above here, but for now it looks like we really want to see a big rejection from of this resistance, which we are not seeing right now. And that's exactly what you want to see for a alt season. So for now, we need to wait a little bit longer for a alt season before Bitcoin dominance going down, and maybe in a few weeks we have some more conviction that the Bitcoin dominance will go down. But yeah, I'm keeping my eye on it as well, because it's a pretty exciting chart. I really think that if this turns towards the downside, we will have a massive move towards the altcoins dominance, which could cause for also altcoin season, of course. And then the last things, please make sure to follow me over on my socials, because I'm posting here all my setups when I'm opening trades, all my insights about the market, major trade setups that are forming. This is literally all for what I'm sharing over on my X page. If I open a very big position here, which we talked about in this video, I will be exactly and transparent it posted over on my X page, so you can see that I am a real trader and transparent, and it's pure alpha I am sharing right here. So please don't miss a move in the crypto market once again, and follow me over on X. And subscribe on my YouTube channel, of course, so you will never miss a daily update once again, and you will be always up to date about the crypto markets. Thanks for this, and I will see you tomorrow by a new Crypto Daily Update video.